8 candidates sought the Republican nomination in 1980. 4 of the candidates, including former President Gerald Ford and Senator Robert Dole of Kansas, quickly evaporated as serious candidates. They failed to win enough public support and failed to attract enough wealthy donors. Howard Baker of Tennessee seemed too moderate for the mood of the Republican Party in 1980. Former Democratic Governor Texas John Connally had an impressive personality, but little party organization or political support outside of Texas. Charges of influence peddling hurt his campaign. The more centrist George Bush appeared to represent the New England establishment Republicans. Ronald Reagan, by contrast, was a self-made man and had understanding of projecting an image using simplified stories to make his conservative ideological points. He had a good track record as governor of California. Bush initially did well in Iowa and got media attention, but Reagan quickly countered in the New Hampshire debate. While Bush made a partial comeback in later primaries, Reagan emerged as the most attractive candidate to Republican primary voters in 1980, winning the support of middle-class Republicans and the suburban Italian vote. Reagan argued that America was adrift due to lack of leadership under President Carter, and America lost its economic vitality during the Carter presidency. By the convention, Reagan picked up the support of the New Right, moral majority that favored prayer in schools, opposed abortion, opposed evolution, and embraced family values. At the Republican convention, a brief effort emerged to create the Dream Team of Reagan and Ford, but Ford wanted the role of vice president changed to what appeared like a co-presidency. Reagan would not accept that and preferred to nominate Bush as his running mate. Because of the apparent vulnerability of President Carter, Senator Edward Kennedy of Massachusetts challenged the sitting president for the Democratic nomination. The two candidates engaged in a slugfest in the primaries, with Kennedy doing best in the last 8 primaries, winning 5 to President Carter's 3. But Carter had enough delegates to win the nomination. Kennedy attempted a last-ditch effort at the Democratic convention to stop Carter by calling for an open convention. His effort failed and Carter won. However, the Carter forces needed to beat back pressure groups from wasting airtime and opening fissures in the Democratic Party before national television. Carter's people feared a milder version of the chaos of the 1968 and 1972 conventions. In the end, the Democrats held together at the convention. Carter's pollsters revealed that the American public did not like Jimmy Carter, and many voters viewed him as incompetent. The Carter campaign strategy was to hold the South and win the support of minorities in the Northeast and Midwest. Republican strategy appeared to follow a parallel blueprint. Reagan feared appearing a lightweight and a warmonger. Initially, Reagan's popularity dropped after the Republican convention, and he appeared as an ill-informed candidate. Carter went on the attack. The strategy did not work, giving Carter the image of meanness. A week before the election, the debate between Carter and Reagan worked to Reagan's advantage. The failure to end the Iran hostage crisis and the soft economy also worked to the advantage of Reagan. Reagan won 51% of the vote to 41% for Carter and 6.5% for Republican John Anderson, who ran as independent. Carter only carried 6 states as Reagan won 489 electoral votes to 49 for Carter. For the first time since 1952, Republicans won control of both houses of Congress. Democrats lost 33 seats in the House. Several liberal Democrats lost their Senate seats, including former presidential candidate George McGovern, as Republicans won 53 to 47 in the Senate. Reagan succeeded in fracturing the New Deal coalition as many Irish, Italian, Polish, and Slavic Catholics abandoned the Democrats, and even a significant minority of Jewish voters went for Reagan over Carter.